Have you ever faced the humiliation of being rejected or ignored by a woman? That feeling of powerlessness, of not being enough, hits like a punch in the gut, one you're never quite prepared to take. And you know what's worse? Just when you start believing that maybe, just maybe, she was right. But what if I told you that this pain is actually the greatest gift you could ever receive? Sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? The truth is, the biggest victories often begin right where most people give up, at rock bottom. Humiliation, as unfair as it may seem, is the ultimate test that separates ordinary men from those destined for greatness. It's not easy, I know, but the difference between winners and losers isn't what happens to them, it's what they do with it. While some drown in resentment, others choose to use the pain as fuel, becoming living proof that nothing can stop them. Not her, not anyone. Have you noticed how some of the most successful men have gone through moments of rejection? Whether it was a woman, a career, or even life itself saying no, they took that rejection and turned it into strength. And that's exactly what you're about to learn here. How humiliation can be the key to unlocking your resilience, your confidence, and, of course, your achievements, both personal and romantic. Here's the most amazing part. When you understand the true power of rejection, it not only changes how you see yourself, but also how others perceive you, including her. Because, in the end, the man who truly conquers isn't the one begging for acceptance. It's the one who builds himself so strong that no one dares to overlook him again. And it all starts with humiliation. Rejection. Just hearing the word makes many people feel a knot in their chest. It's natural. Nobody likes to be dismissed, especially by someone they deeply desire. But what if I told you that humiliation isn't an ending, but a beginning? Think about it. Every accomplishment begins with discomfort. Just as muscles grow by being torn apart, a man evolves when he's put to the test. She might have said no, but have you realized how that no could be the exact push you need to transform? Many men have the habit of seeking external validation, especially in the realm of women. It's as if her yes is the ultimate stamp of their worth. But the truth is far different. Your value can't depend on anyone else. When she rejects you, it's like the universe handing you a mirror, forcing you to see what still needs to be refined. Want a practical example? Think of successful men. Michael Jordan, Steve Jobs. They all faced their fair share of no's before conquering the world. Rejection can bruise your ego, but that's exactly where the opportunity lies. The ego is fragile, but resilience is unbreakable. Instead of drowning in the pain, ask yourself, what can I do to become the best version of myself? Maybe it's investing in self-discovery, taking better care of your body, or learning something new. Here's a simple example. Why not read books like The Power of Now, which helps you focus on the present, or Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, to better understand relationship dynamics? One thing is certain, every time you overcome humiliation, you grow stronger. Psychology shows that facing adversity teaches the brain to handle new challenges more effectively. It's like a game. Each level you beat gives you new skills. Just imagine, that no that feels unbearable today might just be the training you need to win over an even more amazing woman in the future. Deep down, victory always finds those who persist and refuse to give up. Have you ever stopped to think about how all great success stories involve obstacles? The truth is, rejection isn't the end of your narrative. It's the start of an epic comeback. So instead of carrying rejection as a burden, use it as fuel. Picture this. Months later, you meet her again, but this time, you're so confident and accomplished that even her gaze changes. And you know what's even more interesting? The transformation wasn't even for her. It was for you. The pain of humiliation can be devastating, especially when it comes from someone you admire or desire. It's like all your flaws are laid bare, and the weight of someone else's judgment feels unbearable. But believe me, this pain, when faced head-on, is a powerful tool for growth. Think of the burning sensation during a workout. It's uncomfortable, but necessary for building strength. In the same way, humiliation can be the first step to something greater, if you choose to use it as energy to reinvent yourself. Psychology teaches us that the human brain is shaped by intense experiences. The pain of rejection activates deep parts of the mind, those linked to learning and resilience. That's why, instead of running from humiliation, you should embrace it. A simple example? Many men who've reached the peak of their careers say they were driven by moments of failure, like the no they got in a job interview or the end of a relationship that pushed them to grow. Turning this pain into fuel requires action. The first step is recognizing that humiliation doesn't define you. Think about one thing you could improve: your communication, your confidence, or even your lifestyle. Maybe it's time to invest in new skills, like learning to play an instrument or mastering a new language. These changes not only boost your self-esteem but also show that you're resilient. And believe me, resilience is an irresistible trait. There's a phrase that says, "The best revenge is success." But that revenge shouldn't be directed at someone else. It should be aimed at the limitations you've imposed on yourself. Imagine the impact of building a life so rich in achievements that past humiliations become irrelevant. Even more, you'll realize that the small daily victories, like earning a promotion at work or finding passion in a hobby, are the bricks that build your emotional fortress. So the next time you feel the weight of rejection, remember, it's in these moments that true champions begin to emerge. Pain isn't your enemy, it's your teacher, here to deliver valuable lessons about strength, courage, and perseverance. After all, how can you savor victory if you've never tasted the bitterness of defeat? Resilience is the ability to turn adversity into growth, and it's essential for any man aiming to become unstoppable. Picture yourself on a battlefield, where every defeat isn't just a setback but a lesson on how to fight better. Being resilient doesn't mean ignoring the pain. It means using it as a springboard to success. Every stumble makes you stronger, more strategic, and better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. This quality doesn't develop overnight. It takes training the mind, just as we train the body. Small daily changes can make a big difference. For example, when facing criticism or frustration, instead of reacting impulsively, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? This simple habit creates a positive growth cycle. Even great leaders like Nelson Mandela used adversity as fuel for personal and collective transformation. Practicing resilience also involves changing how you view failure. A resilient man sees rejection as a test, not an endpoint. If she didn't choose you, maybe it's your chance to choose yourself first. Try shifting your focus inward. Invest time in hobbies, nurture genuine friendships, and develop new skills. Something as simple as starting a workout routine can significantly impact how you perceive and tackle challenges. Resilience also breeds a rare kind of self-confidence. When you know you can weather any storm and come out stronger, something inside you changes. People notice this, especially women. Self-sufficiency and the courage to rebuild after humiliation are magnetic. Who wouldn't admire someone who, instead of being defeated, uses adversity as the wind to soar higher? Remember, every blow you face today is shaping a stronger man for tomorrow. Resilience is a tool that turns defeats into victories, creating not just a winner, but someone who understands and appreciates the value of the journey. And what's even more amazing, this inner strength shines brightly, visible from miles away, lighting up everything and everyone around you. A man's mind is the battlefield where every victory and defeat begins. Male psychology plays a fundamental role in overcoming humiliation and achieving success. When a man understands how his mind works, he starts mastering the patterns that once held him back. It's like adjusting the sails of a boat. You can't control the wind, but you can steer your course. How you think about rejection determines whether it becomes an anchor holding you back or a springboard propelling you forward. One cornerstone of male psychology is the need for purpose. Every man, at some point, feels the call to find something greater than himself. However, many lose their way by placing their expectations on external validation, like female approval. When this happens, humiliation can feel like the end. But by redirecting your focus to internal goals, like personal growth and achievement, you'll realize the power lies within you. Think about this. Why not set small goals, like learning a new skill, and watch how each accomplishment builds your self-esteem? Another crucial aspect is learning to manage emotions. Society often teaches men to be strong and avoid showing weakness, but that's a mistake. Acknowledging your feelings, even the sting of humiliation, is the first step toward transforming them into constructive actions. A practical example is journaling about your experiences. Many psychologists recommend this as a way to organize your thoughts and gain emotional clarity. You don't need to be a natural writer. Just put your feelings on paper and notice how it lightens your burden and opens new perspectives. Understanding social psychology principles can also help you navigate relationships with more confidence. The way you communicate, react, and present yourself speaks volumes about your inner strength. For instance, maintaining eye contact during a conversation or being authentic instead of trying to impress fosters genuine connections. This natural confidence, not the manufactured kind, is what sets apart men who succeed from those who rely on appearances. Finally, the mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. Working on your psychology means building a solid foundation that will support all your future victories. Before you conquer anything or anyone, it's essential to conquer yourself. And when you reach that level of self-mastery, even humiliation becomes a stepping stone to something greater. The transformation of a humiliated man into a true winner is a journey that inspires not only himself but also everyone around him. The initial pain may feel unbearable, but it's what lays the foundation for the greatest victories. Picture yourself as a piece of raw marble. Each blow of rejection or defeat is a tool chiseling out the best version of you. It's through this metamorphosis that resilience and the ability to achieve not only personal goals but also romantic success are born. When you rise from the ashes of humiliation, the change is impossible to ignore. Your posture shifts, your confidence grows, and, most importantly, your energy draws people in. In relationships, women are especially attuned to this transformation. It's not your status or appearance that makes the difference, but the sense of security you radiate. That security comes from hard work, built on every small triumph you achieve by turning adversity into growth. Romantic success, then, becomes a natural extension of the man you've become. True transformation, however, demands that you learn to celebrate your personal victories before seeking external validation. Too often, men chasing a woman's approval forget to look inward. So, pause and reflect. What accomplishments are you proud of? Maybe you've started a new project, overcome a fear, or cultivated discipline in your daily routine. These are the solid foundations of your identity, attracting healthy relationships and genuine admiration. But the greatest victory doesn't lie in others' approval. It's in the inner peace you gain when you realize how far you've come. This maturity isn't confined to romance. It resonates in your career, friendships, and even your relationship with yourself. It's as if the universe aligns in your favor when you take control of your life. Victory stops being a destination and becomes a mindset, present in every choice and step you take. And remember, no one reaches the top alone. Sharing your story of overcoming humiliation and achieving success is an act of generosity that inspires other men to follow the same path. More than just attaining what you desire, you become living proof that victory isn't just possible. It's inevitable for those who turn pain into fuel and resilience into strength. Speaking of strength, did you know there's a way to captivate any woman through simple text messages? There's a secret all women hold, a mental trigger that activates in their minds when you send the right messages. I've laid it all out in an ebook, which I'm gifting in the first pinned comment of this video. It's not free because I put a lot of effort into creating it, but it's practically a gift. It costs less than a meal. Go check it out and grab your present. Now that you've made it here, you've learned that humiliation, no matter how painful, can be the spark for your greatest victory. But now comes the most important part. What will you do with all of this? Will you let adversity continue to define you, or will you use every defeat as fuel to become the man you've always dreamed of being? The choice is yours, and let's be honest, only a few have the courage to do the work needed to change. Are you one of them? The tools are all within your reach. Strengthening your mind, building resilience, and developing genuine confidence are steps no one else can take for you. So why wait? Start now. Set small goals and keep growing. Face your pain, celebrate your victories, and never forget, the man who persists is the man who wins. I want to invite you to imagine your life 1 year from now, or even 5 years ahead, if you truly apply everything we've discussed. Picture yourself walking with your head held high, knowing you're the master of your destiny, not a victim of circumstances. Can you see it? Now start building that version of yourself today. Don't put it off, because time won't wait. And remember, don't build yourself just to be accepted by her or anyone else. Build yourself to admire, respect, and become the kind of man for whom any success is just a bonus. In the end, it's not about her. It's about you. And once you understand that, everything changes. If you want to keep learning how to transform yourself and claim the success you deserve, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This is your chance to take the next step. Are you ready for it? By the way, did you know that 99% of men are failing with women and can't win over the ones they want? There's a reason for this, and I've explained it all in the video on your screen right now. Click it and check it out.